I'm the Vice President and co-founder of Friends of Nigeria. And once again, it's a pleasure to have everyone join and connect with us today. We'll be focusing strictly on Nigeria. I will not go into too much technicalities, but make a few presentations about Friends of Nigeria and what we do, because we have loads of experts already who will be doing justice to different sectors, different industries, such as agriculture. We have the legal part that we also covered. We have the creative sector focused on Nollywood. We also have the tax and finance part too. So we have loads of speakers already lined up for today. Will be taking us into the details as covered in the program brochure. But I'll be just giving a brief overview of Friends of Nigeria, why we do what we do, and all our engagements in the past few years. So Friends of Nigeria is an organization based in France, headquartered in France, and one of our major core goals is to build the largest network of Nigerian professionals in diaspora across Europe. So when you come into our network, we're made up of not just French investors, but we do have a very strong pool of Nigerians in diaspora, made up of three levels or three segments of members. We have the students who are probably doing the master's degree and also their doctorate degree across Europe. And we also have the professionals, and these are Nigerians working with multinationals, working with companies across France and Europe. And also we have entrepreneurs, so Nigerian businessmen and women all across. So those are diaspora rich, and we pride ourselves to be able to have quality Nigerian diaspora to be able to change, the brain gain narration and help sure that we have the brain drain narration and make sure we have a brain gain so that people who are back in the diaspora can contribute to the sustainable development of the country. Aside having a diaspora membership or a strong base, we also facilitate socioeconomic relations between French and Nigerian stakeholders. I'll be going into more details about some of the things we've done in the past years. Also, beyond just focusing on France, we've been able to spread across Europe. So we also facilitate business exchanges for Nigerian and European stakeholders. We have strong affiliates with business groups in the Netherlands, in the UK, and some other European countries. And so we facilitate exchanges with respect to doing business in Nigeria and connecting them with the right partners locally. And also we collaborate on diplomatic engagements. An insight into, I just decided to narrow down what we've done in the past 3 years. And so I'll just start from 2018, just a brief insight into what we did in 2018 in terms of activities and engagements. One of the things we did was we participated at the Salon de l'Agriculture in Paris from 24th of February to the 4th of March in 2018. And this Salon de l'Agriculture is France's biggest agricultural event. It holds for about 2 weeks every year, always launched or declared open by the French president, and it plays host to over 600,000 participants every year from across various countries all over the world, from Latin America to Europe to Africa. Lots of countries across the value chain of agriculture are always represented. And this particular edition, we worked with different partners and were able to get Nigerian states and private delegates to come to, meet potential partners in the field of agriculture. Also in the same year, we also featured at the European Union Migrants for Change entrepreneurship program tagged Me for Change. And in that European funded program, we're able to also lend our expertise to be able to train African migrants who are vested in entrepreneurship. So in this project, we're able to train entrepreneurs from Africa across 4 countries such as France, Italy, Belgium, and Germany. Also, in the same year, we partnered also and supported the Nigerian embassy, who at the event titled Nigerian Creative Arts Exchange. This was, done by the Nigerian ambassador, Dr. Modupe, in trying to showcase Nigerians' culture to the French community and ensure that stakeholders who are vested in creative sector can find the right partners and also work with them. Also, in the same year, in July, we're part of the visit of the French president to Nigeria, President Macron in Lagos. And at the meeting, he launched the France Nigerian Investment Club. And that club is made up of 30 members including top French CEOs such as the CEO of Total, the CEO of BP France, and different groups. And also from Nigeria, we have strong members such as Aliko Dangote. We have, Globalcom, Mr. Mike Odunuga, represented by Bella Disu, the daughter. We also have leaders, industry leaders such as Tony Lumilu and the rest of them. And so this is a club set up by the French president to galvanize resources and ensure that there is more business synergy between both countries. And the same year also, we had our annual event, Spotlight Nigerian 2018, which held in Paris. In 2019, we had also major activities as Friends of Nigeria. In the first quarter, there was a follow-up event by the France Nigerian Investment Club, which I just described, that was set up by the President of France, President Emmanuel Macron. And in January, to be precise, January 21st, 2019, from the picture you can see, we're part of the meeting, and we gave a voice to diaspora to spotlight not just French companies doing business in Nigeria, but also showcase Nigerians who are based in France doing business in France. And some of these Nigerians have over 10 million euros annual turnover across sectors such as automobile, energy, digital communications, and the likes. Also, we had a trade mission to Nigeria. We partnered with Adepta. Adepta is made up of French investors that are vested in agriculture. And in this particular trade mission, we're able to lead members of Adepta in the agricultural sector to meet with local Nigerian companies in the agricultural sector from different sectors, such as dairy, also vegetables and all of that. And so we had B2Bs with them. We had matchmaking process to ensure that deals were signed. And the second quarter of 2019, we were able to offer business advisory support for interested French companies who were invested in setting up their companies in Nigeria. And on this note, we carried out research, and we also led them to meet with different public agencies in Nigeria to facilitate the setting up on the corporation of their companies back in Nigeria. The third quarter of 2019, we had our annual Spotlight Nigeria with over 100 delegates made up of top CEOs from both Nigeria and France, touching on both the public and private sector. The same year, we partnered with Leaders League, and we were able to represent Nigeria in an event that brought over 700 business leaders from France and across Africa. And we led the Nigerian delegation, and we partnered with them at that reputable event. And also following up on all our engagement in 2019, we also went back to Nigeria, and we met with different stakeholders such as Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, NIPC, Nigerian Export Promotion Company to NEPC, and all of these stakeholders, we developed more strategic partnerships to align common objectives to be able to spotlight Nigeria more in the international market, but beyond that also to be able to advance the quest for doing business in Nigeria. Now, in 2020, we had other engagement in 2020, such as the public-private engagement, which also entails, the Salon de Agriculture. Some of us know, this was probably the major event we had last year, just, in the heave of the corona pandemic. And this happened actually between 22nd of February to 1st of March. And so just before we had the outbreak of the pandemic, we're able to work with different stakeholders such as the French government, especially the Ministry of Agriculture, also the French embassy in Nigeria, in Lagos and Abuja, also the Nigerian embassy in France, in Paris, also partners such as Business France, which is also a famous French public group that advances the interest of doing business with French companies, and also Adepta, a major group of French investors vested in agriculture. With all of these partners, we're able to draw our strength and also be able to bring over 60 delegates from Nigeria, cut across Ogun State, Oyo State, Ondo State. Those are states in the southwestern part of Nigeria, Benue State, Abia State, Kwara State, River State. And all some of these states, we had the governors of, for instance, the governor of Oyo State was around Governor Seyi Makinde. We had the governor of Kwara State and also the governor of Benue State in attendance. And we had over 60 delegates from both the public and private sector. And this event featured B2B meetings, featured trade missions also to help the French stakeholders, be able to meet direct, authorities and leaders in those states and also in the private sector to see what deals could happen between them. As we speak right now, some of these engagements have led to concrete projects back in Nigeria, and we have some partnerships already brewing in the course of the year also due to all of these engagements, to which we're privileged to be part of as Friends of Nigeria. Moving on, we have partners all across France as Friends of Nigeria, focusing on different sectors and from education to agriculture to energy. And some of these partners include Campus France, Business France. We have the Conseil Français the Investors on Afrique, which is CIAN, and that's a group of French investors strictly focused on the African markets. We have the MEDEF. MEDEF is the foremost private-led group in France, made up of top private companies in France. Also Adepta, already mentioned about them, Evelyn, energy company, and also the Chamber of Commerce, in Ile-de-France. Some of these are major partners in France, and with them, we're able to leverage on our expertise, on our network, to be able to ensure that they have a soft landing in France when it comes to projects, and also work with respective Nigerian stakeholders that they have interest to work with. So these are partners, and some of them, and also back in Nigeria also, we do also have a strong leverage with different organizations made up of different chambers of commerce, such as the France-Nigerian Chamber of Commerce, CCI France-Nigeria, or otherwise known as FNCCI. We also work with the Port Harcourt Chamber of Commerce. We work also with the NASIMA, which is Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce in Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, Nigerian Exports Promotion Council. Some of these members, we also have the Nigerian Exports, Processing Zones Authority, and all of these are members with which we work with from time to time, aside other corporate members that we work with from time to time. It's very also important that we also quickly mention our annual events, which has also become a major foremost event for French companies, and not just French companies, but also European companies seeking to do business with Nigerian stakeholders. So it's Spotlight Nigeria, and we've had 4 editions so far, 2014, 2015, 2018, and 2019 respectively. And this event is an annual gathering where interested stakeholders seeking to do business across sectors in Nigeria, such as agriculture, digital sector, entertainment, real estate, education, health. We bring them together under one umbrella. The first day is always a day filled with plenaries, focusing on each sector's potential and seeing how synergies can come about. And the second day of Spotlight Nigeria every year, we do B2Bs. And this is where we get CEOs and industry leaders together to see each other and to be able to sign concrete deals. As we speak right now, we didn't have last year's session or last year's edition due to the pandemic, but we're already working towards a 2021 edition, which would be a virtual event. In due course, we're going to communicate that to our partners and to all interested parties. So please stay glued to our online platforms for you to get more information about that. But as we speak, we already have successful, successful testimonials from the last edition in 2019. One of the energy companies that was signed up, from France, just got a deal running to millions of dollars with a Nigerian agency that was also participating. They also participated at the Spotlight Nigerian conference in 2019, which held at Le Méridien Hotel in Etoile, Paris, in the hotel. So this is just to let us know that if you're interested in doing business in Nigeria, you're seeking to meet the people who make decisions, both from the public and private sector. This event is an affluence point, a confluence point where synergies are brewed and deals are made. And so we'll be happy to engage with you on that regards. Some of these are some of our previous sponsors, from Schneider Electric to GFA Consulting to Nesco in Nigeria, to Vey and Greenelec. So these are some of our previous sponsors in the annual Spotlight Nigeria events that we do every year. TaxAid also is also one of our sponsors, and they would also be speaking today with respect to taxes and how to help foreign companies, be able to get that done, in a smooth process without too much bottlenecks in Nigeria. We also have previous exhibitors. On the first on the list, you'll see NEPSA. NEPSA is the Nigerian Exports Processing Zones Authority, and they have different free trade zones in Nigeria. And on this note, companies interested in manufacturing, setting up, companies in free trade zones area in Nigeria would do well to work with them. We've had Trace TV, come on board as partners. We also have the Nigerian Exports Promotion Council, Farm Center, a leading agri-tech firm in Nigeria also. We have strategic partners, and some of them you already know from my previous slides. Some of them are made up of, different groups. We have CN, as mentioned before. We have the Embassy of Nigeria. We have XCB Sub-Saharan, which is a major consultant firm, also focused on the African continent. NIDCOM, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Business France, as mentioned, Business Day, a foremost news outlet in Nigeria. We also have the Chamber of Commerce, Ile-de-France, as mentioned, and so some of our strategic partners with which we galvanize resources, we leverage in their partnerships to be able to ensure that the right parties come on board and ensure that deals are made between both countries to advance socio-economic development, both in Nigeria and in France. And so here are contact details. If you go on our website, friendsofnigeria.net, you'd find more information about all we do. But not only that, also if you go on Spotlight Nigeria, also you'll find information about all that we're about when it comes to the events. And so I'm going to stop sharing my screen here, and we have our contact details there by email. We also have an office headquartered in France. You have the address there, and also our office in Nigeria, in Abuja. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. Yes, so just let us know that all of these resources and all of these partnerships are what we do to be able to ensure that French companies interested in doing business in Nigeria find a safety net and they find a soft landing. So whether it's be a public, focused project or a private sector focused project, over the past few years, our team is made up of strong experts within the framework of doing business, both in France and Nigeria. Our board members are also reputable French and Nigerian citizens who are experienced business owners with level of track record in different industries. So if doing business is in Nigeria, definitely you've come to the right place. Friends of Nigeria would be happy to work with you. So for us, like we mentioned in our last Spotlight Nigeria, it was about consolidating deals and not just talking. So whether you're trying to work in the agricultural sector, working in the health sector, we're able to provide the guidance that is needed. As you probably rightly know already, that when it comes to ease of doing business in Nigeria, Nigeria has leaped from 146 position to 131, and so that's about 15 places up according to the World Bank. So as much as there's still many hurdles to cross and it's not a smooth journey as it were, but to let you know that the World Bank also feels like much has been done with respect to the present government and present public agencies who are doing a lot of work. And so from technology startups, I mean, when it comes to, technology, entertainment, and all of that, you understand that the country is advancing. And I mean, that's not touching about, the market itself when it comes to over 200 people, million people. That speaks volume in terms of markets, in terms of potentials for your products, for your business, and for all the synergies you're looking at. And so during the course of the day, we do have many veterans in the industry across different sectors who we know personally also, and we've engaged in one form or the other, who will be throwing specific spotlights and be placing a touch on each industry. You do well to listen to them. You do well to connect with them beyond today's event. And after the event today, I'll be happy to engage us on a more robust discussion, whether by chat or by email correspondence. So I want to say thank you once again for your audience, and I wish you a very productive engagement today as we seek to advance our quest of doing business in Nigeria. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, Dimitri.